All right, welcome. Hope y'all are doing great. And this is not something I would normally post because just a bit of a niche of mine that don't really outwardly express. But before I get into it, I will say this: I think religion's a great thing. I think it brings a lot of people that have similar ideas, similar beliefs together, which gives a great sense of community. I think it brings a lot of like the beliefs. I think it brings great beliefs to the people that believe in it, which I agree with a lot of them. Not all of them, but I do agree with a lot of them. Anyways, going into it, my personal take on religion is that we do not have the brain power to understand it. We don't have the knowledge to understand it, given the fact that the universe is so vast, so large, and just so misunderstood by us that for us to say that we know how it began is highly egoistic. It's we don't to give the fact that we don't even understand it. It's highly egoistic for us to say that we understand it. So, going on to why I believe this, we'll start with the quote of history repeats itself, and we'll go years and years back to the Greeks, the Egyptians, the Norns, the Irish that believed in mythology, which is in today's world considered absolutely ludicrous. It is completely ridiculous to us, and we have no understanding to how our ancestors believed that, and we are basically calling them idiots. Basically, and the reason gods are formed is basically, unfortunately, a compensation for our own idiocy. We didn't understand the sun. We didn't understand water. We didn't understand what it was at all. It was just a substance to us. We didn't understand death. We didn't understand. We still don't understand death. We don't understand most things in the world. So instead of learning to understand it, we create gods to give it some sort of meaning to comply with our idiocy and lack of knowledge on the topic. So, fast forward to today's date, we don't understand the universe. We don't understand what happens after death because there's no one thing that people say after they die of what happened. It went black. I saw God. I saw this. I saw that. No one can agree on anything. Nothing. No one can agree on anything. And which is going on today. Every single country has a different religion, it seems like. Every single like little subsection of each country has a different religion, so no one can agree on something. There are so many different religions that I personally couldn't sit here and tell you that I'm right about what I believe, because I believe anything can be right, because I don't know. I have no understanding of any religion, really. I mean, I was raised Christian, but I can't believe it. I can't believe any religion is possible given the fact that we have no understanding of the universe beyond the near universe in, well, relatively, yeah. Relatively, it's close to us. Anyways, going on to it, I personally believe that religion is created to kind of comply with our lack of knowledge on the topic. But to go on to what I'm about to say, do you believe in God because you truly do believe in God? Do you believe in God because you're afraid of going to hell? Or do you believe in God because it's literally been something that you were raised around and in a way shoved down your throat since the day you were born? And going on to that, I personally believe this because there's a whole lot of stuff in this world that the ordinary man is not knowledgeable of, because it's considered classified information by higher sources that are not releasing that for whatever reason. And I'm not going to be able to sit here and tell you why, because I don't know why. But what I personally believe is, I'll give you a clip from A Bug's Life. It's like the crickets. They're throwing the seeds at the other crickets. They're like, oh, that seed didn't hurt. And then he topples down all the other seeds, and all of them comes crushing down and crushing one cricket and or grasshopper, whatever they were. And it's kind of a symbolism of us to the men in power, because we are perfectly capable of overthrowing anything. There's so many. We have numbers on them. We have pretty much everything. But what they have is power, and unfortunately, in pretty much just any human civilization, power is everything. If you have power, you're considered the dominant male, and no one is going to want to overtake you because they are afraid of you. But going more into this, what if religion was created by higher sources to kind of reassure a kind of sense of herd mentality and a conformity? Because every single country kind of has its own major religion, which is considered the majority, while the others are considered minorities, while you are considered a kind of a conformity. And what if this is to kind of keep everyone in line, so to speak? And what do churches bring? They bring a lot of money. It's good for the economy. They bring a lot of people that have good beliefs that don't want to do anything harm. Supposedly it's a good belief. I mean, respectfully, it's a good belief, but it's where the people that know what's going on and the people that don't know what's going on, it's where it kind of becomes a bad thing, because you're not completely aware of what's going on. And do I personally believe the government is a bad thing? No, yes and no, because I think there's way too much animosity in this world, and I believe that the government is promoting it, because there's a lot of different kind of, it's like I don't know what it's called, but it's the levels of status in the world, where you're the peasants and the kings up here. It's just kind of how it works. It's just nature. And another reason of why I believe what I believe is because if every single religion states that they are all loving, blah, 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 and Christianity in particular, one of the major things is he will always forgive you, except for blasphemy, but he will always forgive you as long as you believe in him. And Garden of Eden, and the Noah's Ark story, they had 2 of every single animal. But then I will argue with you, how do the animals get to heaven? They don't know how to speak. They don't know what a god is. They're just existing. So does that consider them a blasphemous sinner? No. No, because the Bible also states thou shalt not kill. And in order to survive, you have to kill living things. It's the harsh reality of the world today, and what it will always be. It's just the harsh reality. So that's why I believe in my religious beliefs, and these are kind of the philosophy behind it. Thank you, and hope you all have a good rest of your day. And if this does well, I am happy to do some more.